we're all having the same kind of dream. This dream of, oh, I wish things could return to normal, to the way things used to be. And if we could only just, wait and see, or sit this out, or ride this wave, just hang in there and things are going to return to normal, is the way to be right now. And I want to challenge that. I want to challenge that thought. What if the normal, like what we considered normal, what if actually that way, that life, that thing that we considered normal was actually not the way we really want to be? What if the normal was in many ways keeping us from being the best version of who we were or who we could be? And maybe in terms of a business perspective, maybe it was keeping our business from going in the direction that it really needed to go. And during this time that we all have where we're doing the same kind of thing, this is a really good moment to think about, what are the opportunities? What are the things that could be done during this time that will lead us to something different and something new? And what I recognize is that when people get into this feeling of, well, I'm going to wait and I'm going to hang on until we return to normal. And what that does is that keeps you from making decisions, and it keeps you from making choices, and it keeps you in this sense of stasis where you're not actually moving and you're not innovating and you're not making changes that the universe is saying, hey, it's a time of change. What if the new normal, that whatever happens in the future that is coming, what if that new normal has things for us that are going to be like the great lessons of our life? This is the exploration that I feel like I'm on right now, and I am trying and learning. Like, I am going through this huge steep learning curve right now in all the different ways that I can pivot, and I can help the people who I work with pivot, so that whatever they were doing in their previous world, whatever they were doing before the shutdown and before the social distancing and before live events and networking and stores and everything all got closed, before all of that, what can they be doing now that is this other way, this other method of serving the people who they are here to serve? And this is the question that I have for you. Like, what are the things that you could be doing right now to be better serving and better connecting with the people who you are here to serve? And, here I am, hopefully serving you with some thought-provoking ideas around, I'm getting in front of my camera and I'm making a video, and I am, my purpose here is to make a connection with maybe somebody who's never seen me before or never heard of me before. And my offer is, hey, consider this. Consider this time of, number one, learning something new. Number two, trying something you haven't tried before. Number three, instead of not being able to do and feeling like I have to wait until I will be able to do the thing I used to do, like maybe 2 months, 5 months, a year, sometime in the future, I'll be able to go back and do that thing that I was able to do before. Well, what could you do instead, right now, without having to wait? And this is the work that I have been exploring. This is the work that I've been doing. This is the work that I was doing even before we're in the situation that we're in. And in this exploration, I'm going to be leading a masterclass where you can join me, and we will go over, well, what are the actual step-by-step things that you can do to pivot and be connecting and serving and delivering your offer and your service and the thing that you do with your audience, only do it in a virtual way. And do it in a way that is as similar and as close and maybe even better in some ways than the old way, than the old normal. And in this transition, by doing this now, you can be reaching and connecting with probably more people than you were able to do in the old way, Let's say you're a speaker and you're able to speak in front of an audience of, 500 people at a major conference. Well, that's great. And they're limited to the size of the room of 500 people. Now, you could speak to 500 people every single day. Every day. Just like, hopefully, I'm doing right now. And not only that, but once you do that kind of speaking, and maybe it's more of a conversation instead of an actual lecture or presentation, and that people are talking with you because you're doing it live. So you're able to connect with people and connect with them in real time. And what this means is that from now on, there is a new normal, something totally different, where from now into the future, even if we have a return to anything that looks like the old normal, you will now have a group of people who live far and wide, who are now connected with you, who will continue to follow you, who will continue to believe in the things that you believe in. And they'll be wanting to gather with you with the other people who believe that same thing. And that community will grow and build. And because of the work that you are all doing together, they will start bringing their friends. And so your gathering will grow. And now instead of having to depend on a conference or somebody's meetup or some other kind of meeting in the real world that someone else is organizing, you have now established your own platform. You have now created what is essentially your own media company. You have now created this network in which you are able to be at the center of a conversation that is leading a movement around the things that you believe in and the work that you want to do in the world. And you have a whole bunch of other people who are in the same belief system as you. They've come in and say, yes, we're into this. We're totally with you on this. And they start bringing more and more people, and you're gathering momentum. And right now is probably the best time to be doing this kind of work. And if you would like to join me on how to get started, I'm going to lead this masterclass, and in just one masterclass, you will get the steps to how to begin this process. So if you're interested, just write masterclass down below, and I will see you in the future, in the new normal. Thanks for watching.